Welcome, everyone, to Bowhunter Games in Clarksville, Tennessee, the inaugural event of this potentially long-running tournament. I'm Greg White. Sitting next to me is creator of this amazing fun and competition shoot combined, Josh Grind. Josh, welcome to the broadcast booth. This is not the finals. This is something else. What do we got going on?
So before we jump into what's going on here, I just want to say a quick thanks to Pine Ridge Farms, to Scott Parrott, all the ASA staff for setting this up. A lot of people involved. But what we're looking at now, we had a tie for 10th in the open money class. And so they were tied not only in score, but bonus rings. And this event was a little different. We're counting 12 and 14s for bonus rings. So they are tied on that. So they're going to do a one-arrow shoot-off. I don't know the distance of what they set that target out there at, but they're going to do one arrow. And this is different than ASA scoring. For those of you that watch those broadcasts, we do a closest to center shoot-off. We are actually going to roll with score here. So, Greg, they'll both shoot one arrow at the lion out there. If they're still tied for score, Scott's going to back that stake up, and they'll shoot again until it's broken by score.
So this is just the opportunity to get into the final 10 for the $60,000 top prize. We pay back to third in this tournament. So a good look at the target itself. If you're new to archery and definitely new to Bowhunter Games, if you hit anywhere on the animal, anywhere outside of those middle rings, it scores 5 points. If you miss it, 0. But then we're going to show you the 8s. You can score 10s, you can score 12s, and of course the 14. So there is Braden Jones out of Smithville, Mississippi. Now, he was able to shoot 628. Let's give you a reference here real quick. So the way this tournament is done, if you're an ASA person, we are not going plus and minus on here. There were 60 arrows shot, one at a time, over 60 targets over 2 days. The maximum amount that you could score is 840 points because, as Josh mentioned, the 14 has been in play for the entire time. So just to give you the first benchmark of how difficult the course was, the highest score we saw shot, that'll be coming up at 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. on the east side, 647. 647 points, Josh. So almost 200 points away from max score. Sounds to me like the targets that these two shot to get here to 10th place, courses were pretty difficult.
They were stout. One of the things that this venue, Pine Ridge Farm, they've got some great elevation. They've got some dense cover in the woods. So most of the courses they shot had a pretty good incline, and they shot targets out to 80 yards.
So the other shooter, of course, is going to be Cody Barnett out of Salem, Arkansas. Both shooters shot 628 to find themselves in 10th place. In that tie Josh was talking about, 19 bonus rings. And what we mean by that is the 12s and the 14s were in play the whole time. So one of them actually had more 14s than the other one, but that's not the way we do it. 12s and 14s are counted as quote-unquote bonus rings. Right. So here we are. So it looks pretty interesting. I think the thing most notable from being on the professional money ranges, I guess is what you called them earlier, is that pretty much everything was shot uphill.
Yeah.
And now we come here to this finals, and everything except one target, when we get to 4 o'clock, is going to be shot downhill. All right, so there's Scott Parrott. You can see in the middle of your screen, and he's the devil who decides to set these targets up and try to make it really difficult for people to shoot at.
And what he's doing out there now, they do a coin flip to see who shoots first. There's a lot of strategy, especially when you're playing on the point system. There's pressure on that guy in first. Does he feel like he almost has to shoot a 14?
Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing, because as noted by a lot of shooters that came off, and keep in mind, Bowhunter Games, the money class, we had a vast variety in the open category of competitors that never have shot a competitive archery scenario in their entire lives, and a mix of everything from professional shooters to shooters that come out and shoot a variety of competition. So it was really an interesting mix of folks out there, and sure was fun. But in this case, if you're these two, they're competitive archers. They know if you win the coin flip, then make sure that you push the other person to the first.
Bowhunter Games 2026, we got a tie place for 10th place in the open class between Braden and Cody. Congratulations, guys, on a great shoot this weekend. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to flip a coin. It's already decided amongst yourselves and myself that you will call the coin toss. Once we decide who shoots first or second, first place will walk up and shoot from the stake. When he shoots, I'll be down there with one of my guys. We'll score it. You guys tie. Because this is based off score, not center of the 10. Right? So if you guys tie, we back up a little bit further. We do it again. When we do it that time, if you happen to be the one to shoot first or you, on the second round, you reverse the order on who shoots first, okay?
See that hard swallow there.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is so. There's a couple things going on. One, you got to shoot downhill. Now, if these shooters are shooting uphill, chances are they're good downhill. But it is a different hold on the bow depending on the configuration of your stabilizer setup. We'll talk more about that when you join us at 4 o'clock Central Time for the final 10. But also, the last 2 days down in, what was it called?
Death Valley.
Death Valley,
Death
Devil's
Valley.
Elbow. This place is phenomenal. There was hardly any wind to speak of. Now we got a little breeze that's going to be ripping right from the pond over where they're standing and down to where that target is.
So Cody looks like he's shooting first.
There we go. He's going to set the tone. What's he going to do at this distance?
You've got to go for a 14.
All right, so Bowhunter games, unlike competitive archery that you've seen with open categories, 35-inch axle to axle max, 18-inch front bar with weights from the riser, 15-inch bar on the backside, no lenses allowed. You can have sights that slide, not click. And yes, for all those people out there that were like, I would have taken the ball out of my clicker and used it.
No, it was as the manufacturer made it.
Yep.
And now they do have clicks in their windage, which is the left and right.
Of course, yeah.
Which most of our hunting bows have. But on the vertical, it had to be a true slider.
Yep, you see the big wheel there that you grab. All right, so footing set right now. The other thing, too, is that each bow is required drop-away rest. And you'll see oftentimes shooters, especially ones that come from around the world, like there was Mike Schlusser was here, who was #1 in the world in world archery longer than anyone. He hadn't shot a drop away ever.
he caught me in the, oh, getting ready to shoot here.
Ooh, is that just above the 12? All right, so that's 10. Once again in this tournament, only the bottom ring of those 3 rings, the smaller rings, was in play. And that would have been a 12. So you could see that he hit above it. They're going to go score it, so that's going to be a 10. So it's basically set right now. A 12 or a 14, and you're going to take 10th place and march on to the final 10. Now, Josh, while we have this moment, actually, these guys are going to get off here, and Jones is going to just get after it right away.
They're going to leave the arrow.
If you're just joining us, this is a tie for 10th place, and the shoot-off that happens. We're going to begin women's category and this open category at 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 o'clock East Coast. 5 targets, 2 per target, are going to go through and wait till you see the final target. Make sure you check out all of ASA's social media. I'm going to be doing a video about the final target coming up here in a couple of hours. At full draw, 10's the benchmark. Tie moves the target back. Anything higher, and he advances to the final 10. Oh, barely caught that 10.
He caught line, but we're moving stakes, it looks like.
Yep. That's a weird kick out on that arrow. But in archery, the way it's scored, as long as you get a hold of that outer line, you're going to get the higher value point. So if that was a little bit further right, it would have been 8 points, and Braden would have advanced. But now we're going to move that stake back to the delight of Scott on the left part of the screen.
He's loving this.
Of course.
Don Bailey and Randy Davis, 2 legends at ASA.
Don just sitting there retired, playing with the cows.
He's retired, but he keeps showing up. Right, so they moved it back. I did reach out over there to see if we could get the distances on this.
So what's interesting is you can kind of see Dart and Archery behind, and that's kind of the start of our vendor row, but it goes up and it takes a right and heads towards the middle part of Pine Ridge Farm, and we've got a lot of stuff here for people to see. By the way, we're here 2 more days, so if you're watching this, you're within a couple hours of Clarksville, Tennessee. It's open registration for the fun shoot. The competition part, done and dusted, but we still have today, and by the way, if there's sun out there, you can go shoot any range you want, so show up with your bow and show up with your friends and come on out.
Yeah, you can actually go shoot the courses that these guys qualified in on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, good luck.
And yeah, good luck. Bring some arrows. And then also you said as long as the sun's out, they do have a night shoot. We've got some novelties back there that are drawn 50-50 to benefit local military organization. So there's plenty to do. Great food. Come on out if you're in the area.
All right, so stake's been moved back. Now you have Jones, who is our second shooter, leading us off. Bit of a hold, bit of wind.
Ooh,
Nice
another
solid
10.
10.
You know what they say, 10's a friend.
They do say that? I didn't know that. There you go. New t-shirt coming out. 10's your friend. Easy score. They'll pull that. And then Cody Barnett. Anything higher than a 10. He advances to the final 10 coming up at 4 p.m. Central Time for the big money prize. Now, I will note that the scores that these shooters did shoot during the qualification rounds, day 1 and day 2, does carry over into the finals. So our leader sits at 464, second place at 644. These shooters are at the 628, and these points that they're scoring now do not count towards their cumulative. This is just to determine a tiebreaker, a 12 or 14, and he's going.
Good hold.
Minute rule. What's the...
Out there right now, I'm not sure if Scott probably has given them 1 minute to shoot their arrow. But that wind, this is much different terrain than they've shot the last 2 days. Direct sunlight, the breeze, downhill.
Yeah, it can definitely mess with your peep sight if you have a clarifier or a verifier in there, which was allowed. No lens. Dude, that's 12.
He got it.
Nice move. So the Hoyt shooter's moving on to the final 10, giving himself a chance for the big prize of $60,000 for the winner of our open and women's category. Just for the winners, it's over, or it's right at $100,000 plus all the other prize money.
Yeah.
What's the breakout?
For the top 3 positions in open, we've got a $60,000 first, $30,000 for second, and a $15,000 rounding out the podium. On the women's side, we've got $40,000 for first, $20,000 for second, and $10,000 rounding out the podium. And then we've got some great people who've donated some really cool prizes as well for the first place, commemorative stuff, first annual Bowhunter Games memorabilia. So it'll be quite a. I think it'll be quite a benchmark on somebody's resume to say that they won this for the first
All right.
year.
We're going to get out of here right now, but make sure you come back and join us at 4 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to be joined by Travis T-Bone Turner in the booth. If you're a fan of T-Bone, you got to join me. We're going to have some fun as we watch the final 20 of this tournament, shooting for well over $100,000. Thanks for checking out our shoot-off. We can't wait to see you again at 4 p.m. Central from Bowhunter Games.